Well, we welcome you back here to Jackson, Tennessee for our coverage of the NCAA Division II South Regional Women's Tournament. I'm Alex Northcutty's Logan Whaley, and we are about to tip off for our third game of the afternoon. It's going to be the visiting Clark Atlanta University Lady Panthers against the host team of this tournament, the Union Lady Bulldogs, in what, Logan, should be an exciting matchup, the 1 versus 8 seed in this tournament. Well, we're just a couple of minutes away from tip-off. Let's go ahead and recap some of the games we saw earlier on today. A close one in the noon opener between Lee University and North Alabama. Lee takes home the victory 66-64, in which really came down to the last tenth of a second, if you will. Also, ladies and gentlemen, it was Valdosta State pulling up the upset as the 7 seed over the 2 seed Florida Southern. They win that one 63-60 behind 22 points and 10 rebounds by star center Maddie Mitchell. Logan, you were on the call for that one. What did you see in that game that really helped Valdosta State pull away in that one?
Well, it was a great defensive first half for Valdosta State. Florida Southern really rebounded in the second half, but ultimately it was too little and too late. Florida Southern had every opportunity to get back in the game. Valdosta got the stops necessary in order to win the game.
They did, and with Lee and North Alabama, it was back and forth, back and forth. What was the difference maker for Lee able to pick up the win against a very talented North Alabama team?
Well, it was perimeter defense. Emma Wallen could not get her shot going all night, and really it was a tough game for the sophomore, but she has a bright future ahead for North Alabama, especially when they make the jump up to Division I. But as for Lee, it's an experienced, balanced team that's been in this. They've been in this situation many times before, and they finally got that big win. And so tomorrow's semifinal is going to be a great game between Lee and Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at this one. Clark Atlanta coming in 20-8, 15-3 in the SIAC. They picked up the conference championship after a game-winning bucket by senior Marissa Mandeldove. Now, this is a Clark Atlanta team. They're the Cinderella story, if you will, of this tournament. Give us a little bit of some keys to look for Clark Atlanta.
Well, this is Coach Yolanda Moore's first season at the helm. And already in the NCAA tournament, Yolanda Moore, a 2-time WNBA champion. This is a team that forces a lot of turnovers, 21 opponents' turnovers per game. That is a huge stat. And honestly, to beat a team like Union, you're going to have to get them out of their game and get them really out of their offense and pretty much playing aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. That's the name of their game.
And the Union Bulldogs coming in with the Gulf South Conference Coach of the Year and the Gulf South Conference Player of the Year. Yeah,
Coach Campbell, I mean, a legendary coach. The second most wins by any head coach at any level in the NCAA, second to Gino Ariema of UConn. Chelsea Schumpert, 24 points per game, a contender for the National Player of the Year. Great season by the senior guard, the transfer out of UT Chattanooga. She's the leader for this Lady Bulldogs team.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We previewed this game. Coming up, it's Clark Atlanta and Union University. We'll send it right down to the table to the PA announcer, Josh Simmons, for tonight's preliminary. Stay with us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2018 NCAA Division II Women's Basketball Championship here in Jackson, Tennessee. Tonight's quarterfinal round features the Clark Atlanta University Panthers and the Union University Bulldogs. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. The NCAA has many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect is the name of the game. Let's meet our starting lineups. Starting 6-foot senior from Atlanta, Georgia, number 13, Lauren Turner. At forward for Union, a 6-foot senior from Campbellsville, Kentucky, number 22, Bradley Rogers. At center for Clark Atlanta, a 6'2" sophomore from Tampa, Florida, number 24, Courtney Hall. At forward for Union, a 6'2", correction, a 5'10" senior from Memphis, Tennessee, number 32, Sarah Lytle. At guard for Clark Atlanta, a 5'5" senior from Wilbur, Georgia, number 1, Marissa Mendelbaum. At guard for Union, a 5'5" junior from Jackson, Tennessee, number 1, Jayla Perkins. At guard for Clark Atlanta, a 5'3" senior from Greenville, Georgia, number 22, Kiana Johnson. At guard for Union, the 5'9" junior from Martin, Tennessee, number 21, Tiffany Reaches. At guard for Clark Atlanta, a 5'6" freshman from Stone Mountain, Georgia, number 23, Naomi Holloway. And at guard for Union, a 5'5" senior from Paducah, Kentucky, number 25, Chelsea Shepherd. And introducing the head coaches for Clark Atlanta, Yolanda Moore, and for Union, Mark Cameron.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. It's Union and Clark Atlanta in the quarterfinals of the South Regional. Again, we want to preview what's already happened today, and tomorrow's semifinal matchup will be against familiar Gulf South Conference opponents in Valdosta State and Lee. We thank you for joining us here, and we encourage all those in the city of Jackson to come out and support the South Regional Tournament. A great tournament here as Union hosting this, hosted 2 years ago. Union coming in this game 28-3, the Gulf South Conference champions. Clark Atlanta, the SIAC champions as well. And we will begin this game as Sarah Lytle will take 2 technical foul free throws due to an administrative technical foul, as we were told. Will not count as a personal foul, and Union will start off the game 2-0. And so now we will tip things off. So it's going to be Kyvan Gooden-Rogers and Kiana Johnson to tip things off in game number 3 of the NCAA Division II South Regional. The tip goes to Lytle of Union. Ball now in the hands of Shumpert. And an offensive foul called. Offensive foul called on Chelsea Shumpert.
And Shumpert's a guard that does not get in a lot of foul trouble. And so if Clark Atlanta could somehow get 2 fouls on Shumpert, that would be huge.
Rebound tipped around. It's going to stay with Clark Atlanta. Battling down there was the senior Lauren Turner. Now Clark Atlanta, a team not really known for their prolific scoring, Logan, but their defense is definitely going to be a factor in this game.
Absolutely. They only average 66 points a game. Compare that to Union's close to 80 a game. Defensively, Clark Atlanta allows 63 a game. They hold opponents to 27% from 3, and for Union, a team that likes to shoot threes, definitely something to keep an eye out on.
Here comes Clark Atlanta, the Lady Panthers with the pressure. They are a very quick, very athletic group. Swing the ball over to Reaches in the corner. She can't get it to go. Tipped around. Rebound goes to the senior Mandeldove. Corner 3 coming from Holloway. Got it! And a nice start for the Lady Panthers out of Clark Atlanta University.
Holloway, the freshman, the SIAC Newcomer of the Year. Great start for her.
Tiffany Reaches responds for the Lady Bulldogs. Reaches, a very good shooter, a 36% outside shooter for Coach Campbell's club. She's usually relying on the 3 ball.
And coming off of a decent game against West Florida, had 9 points. Only 1 of 7 from the field, though.
Good job keeping things alive, Courtney Hall. Mandeldove driving on Perkins. And she'll set things back up.
This is a Clark Atlanta team, Alex, a very good offensive rebounding team. 15 offensive rebounds per game.
Yeah, this is a group that does the little things right. They really pride themselves in the intangibles. And Mandeldove connects from outside. And it's a 6-5 lead for the Lady Panthers. Here they come with that pressure.
Mandeldove coming off of a great performance in the SIAC tournament. She was named the tournament MVP. 23 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, and 4 steals in the championship game, including the game-winning basket.
Shumpert's going to take a long 3, well off the mark. Tipped around, rebound goes to Regis.
And Shumpert's a player, Alex. Sat for the second half of the GSC championship game due to that knee injury. You see the brace on her right knee. See if that plays a factor into her game today.
She'll try another 3 off the mark. She's going to put up a lot of shots, Logan. Again, a player averaging 24 points a game, and that is going to, she scored it at most this season, a 42-point performance. This is a player that can put points on the board. But, like you mentioned, she's dealing with a little bit of an injury.
Yeah, Shumpert has scored 10 or more points in every game this season. She's had 21 20-plus point games and 11 30-plus point games.
Blocked by Kyvan Gooden-Rogers. And here comes Perkins in transition. Kicks it to Regis in the corner for another 3. Good. Tiffany Regis getting started early for Union, and that's pivotal. Outside shooting is going to be key for Coach Campbell's club tonight.
She loves the corner 3, Alex. She's hit 2 of them today, and I don't think Clark Atlanta wants to leave her open.
Dribble drive from the Lady Panthers inside. And a nice shot right there from Hall.
A great pass leading to that basket right there, Alex.
Shumpert the other way, transition 3, got it! Union heating up from outside.
Sorry, I love the start to this game. Fast and furious here at the Fred DeLay Gym.
A game of champions, if you will. Both teams winning their respective conference championships. The 3 from Holloway, no good. And Perkins comes the other way. Foul's going to be on Holloway as Perkins is going to go to the free throw line. Now, Logan, both teams really complement each other in the fact that they both like to play fast.
Absolutely. It's a fast-paced, exciting game for both of these teams. I imagine the pace will stay like this for the majority of the game. But Jada Perkins doing a great job there, getting to the foul line. She's dangerous off the dribble drive. She complements Chelsea Shumpert extremely well.
Perkins knocks the first one. And checking in for Gooden-Rogers is the senior Bria Gaines. Gaines dealt with a lot of injury this year for Union's team. Now hitting her stride in the postseason.
This is her 12th game played this season. Bria Gaines. In 11 games, she's had 10 or more points in 6.
Perkins knocks both of them down. It's a 5-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Coming the other way. Mandeldove's already hit 1 3. She'll kick it back out. Jumper off the mark by Turner, and Union coming the other way. Perkins so quick in transition. Kick out to Shumpert. Shumpert driving. Scoop off the glass, no good.
A great move by Shumpert, just unable to capitalize there.
Coming strong the other way is Holloway, and she'll draw the contact. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Perkins, her first foul, team third. I really like the matchup between Mandeldove and Shumpert, Logan.
Yeah, I mean, both of these players, both seniors, both the experienced guard, both at 5'5". And honestly, Alex, I mean, their speed complements each other. Mandeldove is somebody who, I mean, she can do it all. Defensively, leads her entire conference in steals. She can pass the ball as well, leads the conference in assists. Then you look at Shumpert. Sure, the 24 points a game jumps out at you, but at the same time, she's very speedy on the defensive side of the ball, gets a lot of steals, makes a lot of great passes, gets her teammates involved.
4-point lead for Union. Perkins to set things up. 10 on the shot clock. Working on Holloway. Driving. Kicks inside to Gaines. Flips it up. And can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Hall.
A rare miss for Bria Gaines there, Alex. Coming into this game, she had made 17 of her last 20 shots.
Corner three just off the mark by Holloway. Clark Atlanta's going to need some of those deep balls to go if they want to really make a run out in this opening quarter.
Hey, UConn!
Union slowing things down. Pick and roll. They get the mismatch down low. And great defense from Mandeldove, stripping Gaines down low in the post.
And Gaines brought it low for that slight second, and Mandeldove took advantage.
Coming the other way with a three, rims off. Almost a huge shift in momentum with the steal and just slightly off the mark with the three-point basket.
Clark Atlanta now 3 of 11 from the field to open up the first quarter.
Emily Beard, the freshman, dials up a three from deep. Union, Logan really clicking from beyond the arc in this opening quarter.
And they like to shoot the threes, Alex. I mean, 4 field goals, all of them coming from long range. This is a team that makes a little bit over 10 threes a game. They love to shoot the three ball.
Three-point response, no good from Johnson. Right now, as a unit, Clark Atlanta only 2 of 7 from deep. Perkins, she'll take another one. Fighting for her own rebound, she gets it.
And Union shooting a lot of threes early on, Alex, and for the most part, they've been open looks.
And Beard, a quick 5 points off the bench, and Coach Moore wants to talk things over. It's an 18-9 lead for the host team in Union University. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break with more NCAA Division II South Regional basketball. And we welcome you right back here to Jackson, Tennessee, the host town of South Regional Tournament. And what a field it is for this specific tournament, Logan. So many talented teams from so many different conferences and really shaping up to be a wonderful finish.
You're absolutely right. The previous 2 games, for anybody just tuning in, you've missed 2 great games. Lee escaping North Alabama. Emma Wallen missing 2 free throws at the end of the game that would have tied it. Lee hanging on to advance to the semifinals, and Valdosta State using a strong first half performance to propel them to the semifinals. 63-60 was the final there. But you're right, the Gulf South Conference, strong showing in this year's NCAA South Region Tournament so far.
Well, and we are going to preview some more teams from the Sunshine State Conference coming up, as it's going to be Eckerd College against Embry-Riddle. 2 teams out of Florida, 2 teams from the same conference, 2 teams very familiar with each other.
It's going to be the 4th time those 2 teams have matched up this year.
That game will tip off at 7:30 Central Standard Time. We hope you'll join us here on the NCAA Division II Network. Wild pass almost stolen away, but Holloway retains possession. This time it is stolen away. Reaches with the steal, and Perkins will slow things up for Coach Campbell.
And Union's a team, Alex, that they do force a lot of turnovers themselves. 16 turnovers a game Union forces, as well as 9 steals per game.
Swinging it around the horn of the Lady Bulldogs. Perkins working on Hall, kicks to Reaches. Outside 3, bottom. Tiffany Reaches from outside in this game. 3 of 4, leading all scorers with 9 points.
Reaches is in fuego to start off the game, Alex.
Holloway looking to drive. Trying to get the ball inside to Hall. They get the ball to Mandeldove. She'll try a wing 3. Got it! Marissa Mandeldove silencing the crowd. Coming into this game, averaging 13 points, and they are going to need every bit of that and then some, Logan, in this game.
A big basket by the senior there. That's the first field goal by the Panthers since the 6-minute mark in this first quarter. Mantle Dove a needed basket there.
The ball now with Perkins in the corner. 7 on the shot clock. Perkins, mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go, still tipped around, and it will go to the Lady Panthers. So checking in for the first time for Clark Atlanta, it's gonna be the sophomore number 2, Brianna Miller, out of Rialto, California. Coming all the way across the coast to Clark Atlanta University. Going out with the ball, swings it over to Holloway. This dribble drive offense. Can't get it to go. Is Mantle Dove. Here comes Shumpert, just checking into the game. Perkins driving and off the glass with the left hand.
A nice job off the dribble, and I believe it's going to be a turnover by Clark Atlanta, but Jada Perkins, nice job by the guard, beating her man off the dribble, getting the easy lay-in.
Now we talked about Clark Atlanta as they're a team that forces right around 21 turnovers a game. Union, pretty good themselves, 16 turnovers a game. You cannot turn the ball over against a team like Union, specifically on their home court. Lytle scores again, extending the lead out to 13.
If you're Courtney Hall, you got to stay down. Lytle, a nice fake there, but Hall's got to stay down.
Get it to Holloway. Holloway, a star freshman in the SIAC Conference. Off the mark, tipped around, rebound goes to Beard. Shumpert, transition 3, just off the mark. Rebound by Lytle, and she sticks it in. And Logan, you can feel the energy in this place.
You can tell Union's hosting this thing, right?
Just a little bit. That's going to be a foul. If that's on Perkins, that's her second. That'll be her second personal. Coach Gamble's going to make a quick sub. 12.3 seconds left to go on the ticker in the opening quarter. Now, even though Union up 15, fully expect Clark Atlanta to continue to fight and battle in this game. That's how they got in this tournament to begin with.
If they get a basket here, it would be huge going into the second quarter.
Miller with the basketball. Tipped out of bounds. 0.7 left to go on the clock. And time for a quick heave. It's going to be Holloway to inbound the basketball. Gets it in bounds. And Moore could not get the shot off in time. And that's how we will wind down quarter number 1. It's a 15-point lead for the host team, the Union Lady Bulldogs, facing off against the Lady Panthers of Clark Atlanta University. We will take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with more NCAA Division II South Regional Basketball.
I'm Steve Beverly, welcoming you to the 2018 edition of the NCAA Women's Division II South Regionals. This year's event is on the beautiful campus of Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson is a growing city on I-40 between Memphis and Nashville. On any given day, more than 100,000 people are employed here. It's a great venue and a wonderful city, and we hope you just sit back and enjoy the games.
We'll welcome you back here to the South Regional Tournament of the NCAA Division II Women's Tournament. I'm Alex Northcutt, he's Logan Whaley. And Logan, in the opening quarter, it really was just all Union from three-point range.
It was. Lady Bulldogs 5 of 11 from downtown. Tiffany Regis with 3 threes, and Daniel, Coach Campbell, got to be pleased with the effort from his Lady Bulldogs in that first quarter.
Coach Campbell was pleased with the effort in that first quarter, and he told them the keys to holding to the lead are getting out in transition and limiting their second chance shots.
Thank you, Daniel, and we will get updates from our sideline reporters as we continue on throughout this tournament. Ball now with Mandeldove. A great player who can create her own shot. You see it right there, just a bit off. And Schumpert coming away in transition. And she scores. And the lead now up to 17. As Schumpert now with 5 in the game. Holloway looking to create. With some contact, can't get it to go. Holloway coming in this game, the leading scorer on the team, averaging just under 16 points a game. And so this team is very centered around guard play. You look at the, I'll call it the senior freshman duo. So you've got a lot of experience in Mandeldove coming with the young talent of Holloway. And if these two get going, that's a dangerous thing for Clark Atlanta. That's really what they need to ride on as they continue throughout this game.
And these are two guards that love to shoot the ball as well, Alex. Mandeldove, 24 shots in her last game. Holloway with 20. And
Holloway's going to go to the line, as that blocking foul is going to be on the freshman, Emily Beard. So checking in just a moment ago for Clark Atlanta for the first time is number 12, Rianne McCollum, the freshman right in the backyard of Atlanta, Georgia. And Holloway gets on the board again. As of right now, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Again, a reminder, the leading scorer on this team, the freshman from Stone Mountain, Georgia, at 15.6 a game. Beard will check out as she picks up her second personal foul.
Rhea, swing. Let's go, Wade.
Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Again, reminder, we will be here with one more game this evening at 7:30 as Eckerd will take on Embry-Riddle. And then tomorrow we will have the semifinals at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time and 7:30. And then make sure you tune in Monday night as well for the championship game of the South Regional starting at 6:30. Offensive foul called on Schumpert. Great job by Turner stepping in to take the hit. That'll be Schumpert's second personal foul as well. So Logan, Union getting a little bit of foul trouble early on.
Yeah, 2 fouls early on in this quarter. Schumpert with 2, Perkins with 2. So the guards for Union having to play careful here for the remainder of this half.
And if you're Clark Atlanta, you want to go right at those 2 guards. Turner, long 3, no good. Rebound goes to Regis.
I've been impressed with the rebounding for the Lady Bulldogs early on. Pretty much holding Clark Atlanta to 1 and done.
Wild shot from Schumpert, but she will draw the foul. Foul's going to be called on Turner. That'll be her second personal, team's second.
Again, Schumpert in that Gulf South Conference championship game only had 12 points, 7. She also had, 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Did not play in that second half. But it did not matter as Union wound up winning their second Gulf South Conference title in their 4 years since being eligible.
But you look at stats like that and you see Union has hosted this tournament before, has won their conference multiple times. They've been in this situation. Then you got Clark Atlanta that's really just brand new to this, a brand new coach in a brand new situation. And you got to love matchups like this because you learn a lot about both of these teams in a quote-unquote David and Goliath matchup. 3 ball from McCollum goes down, and Clark Atlanta cuts it to 14. But here comes Perkins. And just like that, extends that lead. Transition is going to be so key because both of these teams have the ability to run up and down the floor.
And that was just really a poor job getting back on defense from Clark Atlanta. Didn't even realize Perkins was down the court, of course. Perkins, one of the speedier guards in the nation, able to get to the basket with ease there.
Good defense from Kyman, Good and Rogers. Schumpert coming the other way. Up ahead to Perkins. Too strong on the glass, a little bit too much English. But it's stolen away by Perkins. And she hits the mid-range jumper. Coach Moore wants to take another timeout. We'll take one with her. The crowd on their feet, roaring here at Union University. It's 35-17 in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. We'll be right back here with more South Regional action in just a few moments.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay. Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
It's 35-17, 7-12 left to go in this second quarter of the first round of the NCAA tournament, the round of 64. And it all starts right here in this game. It's Union, it's Clark Atlanta, and Logan, it really just has been all Union. However, we've seen sparks from Clark Atlanta. They really just need to hit some outside shots.
Yeah, only 4 of 11 so far, 5 of 21 overall, good for 24%. Clark Atlanta getting some good looks, just unable to capitalize, and only 7 rebounds. Courtney Hall with 5 of those 7. Union doing a good job of holding the Panthers to pretty much just one and done.
Well, and you wonder also if Clark Atlanta is going to eventually go back to that full court press that they started the game off with, because they pride themselves in turnovers, and as of right now, they've only been able to create 2.
And I don't think it'd be a bad idea, because you look at Union, I mean, they're beating Clark Atlanta down the court practically every time.
I think a big key right now for Clark Atlanta is to find some way to disrupt the flow that Union has going on. It's going to be a turnover from Perkins right on cue. And Clark Atlanta forcing a turnover right after the bucket from Rihanna Miller. Now looking to cut further into this Union deficit. Miller going to try again, turned over. Reaches in transition. Tipped around, no call. And I believe it will stay with the Lady Bulldogs of Union.
Nice hustle there by the Lady Panthers, getting back on defense there. A little bit of contact there. Not sure if it was enough to warrant a call.
Ball's entered into Beard. Swing it over to Reaches. And an offensive foul before Reaches could get the shot off. Foul's going to be on Kyvan Gooden-Rogers. And it's going to go to the other way. So now the Lady Panthers catching some breaks, creating some turnovers. This is what it's going to take to slowly climb back into this game. Checking back in, it's the senior Kiana Johnson out of Greenfield, Georgia. She'll check in for Miller. This is Clark Atlanta's first NCAA tournament appearance since 2013. And the clock's running, so they're going to have to reset that. As we look at really how Union got here as well. Won 3 games in their conference tournament. Had some close ones, faced off against an opponent that you saw earlier today in Lee. An offensive rebound by Johnson, sticking it right back in. And just like that, Clark Atlanta has cut this Lady Bulldog lead down to 14.
That's got to be frustrating if you're the Lady Bulldogs. 5'3" is Johnson, still able to get the offensive rebound and the putback.
Beard's freed wide open, misses it off to the right. And it's going to go to the Lady Panthers. Annalie Little to check in for Kyvan Gooden-Rogers. And so from an offensive standpoint, really Clark Atlanta is just priding themselves on crashing the boards and just trying to get easy stickbacks. We've yet to see really a consistent offensive flow. But there's the one to do it, is Holloway, as she gives it off. Get it inside to Turner, driving, can't get it to go. Union gonna fly in transition with Perkins. Beard from the wing, well off the mark. Rebound goes to Annalie Little. To Regis. Why not? Tiffany Regis having herself an afternoon, 4 of 5 from the three-point line, leading all with 12 points.
I think that might have been NBA range too, Alex. That was a great shot by Regis, a good find as well.
The response no good. Little thought about a three, she'll pull it back out. Tight defense on Perkins.
Yeah, a little bit surprised Little didn't shoot that, Alex. A 43% shooter from long range this season.
Look to get it inside down to Lytle. And she scores. Good defense right there from Hall. But Lytle just able to get it to go with the left hand off the glass. It's a 19-point lead. 4 minutes left to go in the quarter. Dribble drive from the Lady Panthers. Get it to Holloway. Swinging it around to Johnson. Off the glass, just a bit too strong, but another offensive rebound. Keeping possessions alive is what's going to keep Clark Atlanta in this game. They do a great job of crashing the boards.
That was offensive rebound 3, 4, and 5 for the Lady Panthers.
Holloway off the mark. Lady Panthers averaging 43 rebounds a game. So it's no surprise that they're getting a lot of offensive boards. Backdoor pass to Regis. Beautiful feed from Perkins. Regis with the finish.
That was a beautiful feed by Jada Perkins. Give her 5 assists now on the game for the Gulf South Conference leader in assists at around 6.
Ball now with McCollum. Looking to create something that's blocked by Regis.
How about the defense from Tiffany Regis tonight? 2 steals, 2 blocks. The guard is playing well tonight.
Normally known for her offensive game, but it's defense that's creating that offense here tonight. So checking in for Clark Atlanta, Janae Lee, sophomore center, and also into the game for the first time, Anaya Moore. Blocked again by Regis. And a shot clock violation against the Lady Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is getting loud in this stadium. Haven't seen this all afternoon. But 5 o'clock prime time, the Jackson, Tennessee faithful coming out in support of the Union Lady Bulldogs. Ball moving all the way around the horn to Little. Well off the mark. Rebound goes to Rihanna Miller. Pushing it in transition. She'll kick it out to Mandeldove.
That was beautiful ball movement by the Lady Bulldogs. Just couldn't capitalize.
And they're going to get Sarah Lytle on the foul, her second personal. And that will put the Lady Panthers into the double bonus. So going to the line, sophomore center, Janae Lee from Rex, Georgia. Only attempted 16 free throws on the season. She's a 56% free throw shooter. And she's true on the first one. So after a 7-0 run, Clark Atlanta finally getting back into the scoring column. And she hits the second one. It's now a 19-point lead.
Get it, Belmont, go, go!
Just about to hit 2 minutes in the second quarter. Shumpert flips one up, she's fouled. As Mandeldove's gonna pick up her first, sending Shumpert to the line On the year, a 80% free throw shooter.
The ball handling ability of Chelsea Shumpert is really impressive there, Alex. I mean, double, nearly triple team, still found a way to get fouled shooting the jumper.
She connects on the first. Reminder, the game to follow this one. Tip off at 7:30. We'll go live here at the desk at 7:20 as we will prepare you for Eckerd versus Embry-Riddle, both teams out of the Sunshine State Conference. Good ball movement from the Lady Panthers. Mandeldove trying to create. Flips one up, and the foul. Marissa Mandeldove on a mission. And at least that's a little bit of a spark for the Lady Panthers.
And Mandeldove, a nice take there. Tough shot, able to get it to go down.
That'll cut the lead to 18. Mandeldove on the year. 73% free throw shooter. Going to the line for the first time this evening. Leaves it just a bit short. And Perkins will corral the rebound. And this time they're going to get McCollum on the foul.
Last three.
That'll be her first foul, team fourth.
Last two.
Pretty balanced scoring column for the Lady Panthers as they're led by the senior Mandeldove with 8. A minute and a half left to go in the half. Get it inside to Gaines. And Shumpert will take her time. Here's the isolation. Driving, contact, she'll go back to the free throw line. I believe that one's going to go against Janae Lee. It'll also be her first foul, and now both teams have double bonus.
Nice crossover there by Shumpert, beating her man off the dribble. Good help defense by Lee, but ultimately just got too much contact there.
Shumpert in the game, 4 of 5 at the charity stripe. That'll give her 12. The lead extended back up to 19. Mandeldove blocked by Gaines.
Hey, up, Kentucky up.
It's block number 6 for the Lady Bulldogs, Alex. It's a pretty good defensive performance in this half.
Defense has certainly led to their opportunities on the offensive end. They look to go inside to Gaines. Easy deuce in the post. Lead now at its largest at 21. And they're going to get a one official call to travel, one call to foul. And they're going to get Anna Lee Little with the push, which will send Janae Lee back to the free throw line. The Union faithful not happy with that call, but it was the correct call as there was a lot of contact down low in the post. Lee already 2 of 2 at the line. Make it 3 of 3.
And free throw shooting, as we've seen in these last 2 games, extremely important. Both of these teams have only missed 2 so far.
Second one just a bit long, reaches with the rebound. Shot clock is turned off. No doubt Union will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Perkins with the basketball. 13 on the clock. Heavily defended by Miller. Great one-on-one defense. 6 on the clock. And Perkins is fouled. Rihanna Miller picking up the foul. And will send Perkins to the line. Perkins also already 2 of 2 at the charity stripe. She's got 6 points, added with 5 assists. Starting point guard, the junior, right here in Jackson, Tennessee. Connects on the first. Perkins 4-4 at the line, 8 total points.
Get back, get back.
Here comes Mandel Dove. 2 on the clock. She's got to put something up. And just a bit off the mark. And Union ends this half with a 22-point lead. Some good, some bads to take away from all of this, as Logan Clark Atlanta really just got off to a slow start, but they're really going to have to come out of the locker room. They're going to have to make some adjustments against a Union team that really just started off really hot from outside.
You're absolutely right, Alex. 27 points in the first quarter for Union, 21 in the second. Clark Atlanta did a better job in the second quarter of responding, but ultimately Union 6 of 15 from 3, 16 of 30 overall from the field, 53%, while holding Clark Atlanta at only 24% from the field. To me, that's the biggest stat. Union playing a great job on the defensive side of the ball as well as the offensive side of the ball. The defense leading to the offense. Union with a huge 22-point lead at the half.
And more basketball to come as we will take a short break in the action. We will take a commercial break, and myself and Logan, we will be back with just about 5 minutes to go before this half. So at this time, we'll take a break, and we will be right back with more NCAA Division II South Regional Basketball. It's Clark Atlanta and Union University. Stay with us.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
To national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
You ready to go? Sounds fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
Episode by their mid-20s. If you feel that symptoms such as anxiety, insomnia, loss of interest, and lack of appetite are messing with your head, then break free. Take an anonymous depression screening at www.collegeresponse.org.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experience as possible.
Steve Beverly. I've been a sports broadcaster and producer for nearly 50 years. I've had some wonderful memories, but I've also had some personal battles. In the last 25 years, my biggest battle has been depression, but I'm living proof that with the right medication and good therapy, you can overcome it and live a rich, full, and happy life. Depression can strike any of us, but you can overcome it. Just remember, you can't get well if you don't get help.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Your life can change in a split second.
It was a normal day. I never thought I'd change someone's life forever. I only looked down for a second. If I could just take back those few seconds, I would. Don't text and drive. No text is worth the risk.
Hello, I'm Steve Beverly, welcoming you to the 2018 edition of the NCAA Women's Division II South Regionals. This year's event is on the beautiful campus of Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson is a growing city on I-40 between Memphis and Nashville. On any given day, more than 100,000 people are employed here. It's a great venue and a wonderful city, and we hope you just sit back and enjoy the games.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
From court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers division.
Hey, we welcome you back here to Jackson, Tennessee, the home of the Union University Lady Bulldogs. And we are back here for the South Regional Tournament here on Division II Network. Now, Logan, halftime score, 48-26. Break down this one for us.
Well, Alex, you see Union 6 of 15 from long range in that in that half, 16 of 30 from the field, 23-14 rebounding. I mean, if you look at the at-the-half stats, it's just practically domination from Union all around. As you see the field goal percentage, 55%. Clark Atlanta, 8 of 33 from the field, 24%. Already broke down the three-point numbers for you there, but and again, rebounding 23-14 and turnovers 5-3. But Union on the defensive side of the ball, 6 blocks, 3 steals, and on the offensive end, only 3 turnovers. Tiffany Reach has a great first half, hit 4 threes and has 14 points overall. Chelsea Schumpert, 11 points for her. And honestly, Alex, it's been a great first half for the Lady Bulldogs on the defensive side and the offensive side of the ball as well.
And on the flip side, Clark Atlanta, not really that they're doing anything wrong. They're getting good looks. They're just not knocking them down. You take a look really just at the shooting percentage. That's just been the main difference. They're only shooting 24%, and you're not going to win a lot of games shooting under 30%. And Union on the flip side exceeding their average, and they're shooting 53%. So it's just a matter of one extreme to the next, and that's just been the main storyline, which has led to this 22-point lead for the Union Lady Bulldogs. Well, just to remind you that our next game coming up will begin at 7:30. Pregame will begin at 7:20, and it will be Eckerd versus Embry-Riddle in really what should be a very competitive game with 2 almost identical teams.
Absolutely, and then these 2 teams are familiar with each other. Eckerd, Embry-Riddle, going to be the 4th time that they've matched up this season. The SSC, a great conference this year. Florida Southern ultimately coming out of that conference victorious, falling to Valdosta State in the last game here. But ultimately, Embry-Riddle and Eckerd, they both have the potential to go a long way in this tournament. And keep in mind, Eckerd coming off of a #1 seed last year, and they hosted. And so they're no stranger to this South Region tournament. Embry-Riddle, on the other hand, this is only their 4th year as a program. Their 1st year in Division II, and what a year it's been for them. Their first ever NCAA tournament. And honestly, that's going to be a great game. But focusing on this one right now, Clark Atlanta, I mean, they've got to do a better job shooting the basketball. They're getting a lot of good looks, but they need to do a better job getting second chances. Yes, they do have 6 offensive rebounds, but second chance points, 5. And to me, the second chance points has to be higher than the offensive rebounds if you want a chance to win in this game. Union also dominating in the paint, 18-8. So they have to do a better job, Clark Atlanta does, on the defensive side of the ball in the post. They've got to create turnovers and let that lead to offense. 22 points, yes, it is a lot, but there's still plenty of time left in this game.
He's Logan Whaley. I'm Alex Northcutt, and we thank you for tuning in to Division II basketball action for this year's 2018 NCAA Division II tournament. Running through the scoring column of note, it's Tiffany Reaches for Union leading all scores with 14, and the leading scorer for the Lady Panthers of Clark Atlanta, Marissa Mandeldove at 8. Lytle trying to get something to go in the post, and she gets it to go.
And honestly, not bad defense there by Turner, but Lytle just able to get the shot off.
Clark Atlanta just needs to look to get open, efficient looks. It's got to start with her right there in Holloway. Naomi Holloway, the freshman, leading the team with 16 points a game. In this contest, she's already got 6. Coach Moore's going to need a lot of production out of Holloway and Mandeldove. Turnover in transition. Holloway, Euro steps, off the glass with the foul. And she will go to the line for the three-point play the hard way. And really, just a great move in transition, and that's exactly what Clark Atlanta really needs to get going, is those creating turnovers on the defensive end, which will allow transition opportunities on the other end.
Yeah, Holloway, a solid player, doing a great job there, getting to the basket, finishing strong. And honestly, Holloway, as well as Mandeldove, they need to be the catalyst in this comeback if Clark Atlanta wants to make a run.
Leads at 21. Down low to Lytle. She scores again. Sarah Lytle, the senior from Memphis, Tennessee, averaging 14 and 5 a game. She's one of those players that's really, throughout her career at Union University, has really stepped up to be a prime-time player for Coach Campbell. Mandeldove knocks in a tough lay-in, and back and forth we go here in Jackson.
Yeah, Lytle, the transfer out of Northwest Mississippi Community College, as Gooden Rogers from straight on. Gooden Rogers only, I believe, 10% from long range this season, but gets it to go there.
Logan, Union just has so many offensive weapons.
They do, and it's scary. It really is. I mean, you look at, Kyvan Gooden Rogers. Gooden Rogers is a great story. I mean, the transfer out of the University of Kentucky to Western Kentucky University, now here at Union. She's had a long road here to Union and has, honestly, one of the better stories.
Mandeldove blocked by Reaches. Reaches continuing her defensive performance.
Reaches on the season had only 5 blocks. Give her 4 tonight.
Turner's going to take a 3. Can't get the roll. Unfortunate bounce for Lauren Turner.
And Turner's been cold tonight, Alex. 0 of 6 from the field.
We go back inside to Lytle. Swinging around to Schumpert. And she'll take the easy lay-in. Chelsea Schumpert now with 13 in the game. Union with 3 in double figures. Mandeldove, stutter step into the lane, easy lay-in. Just so quick with the ball. That first step is what got her to the basket.
Mandeldove and Holloway playing well for Clark Atlanta, but after that, who else? Yeah, that's a big question. Union has a lot of weapons. It's going to take more than just 2 players to beat them.
Schumpert with the answer. Count the basket, plus the foul. Now Chelsea Schumpert leading all scorers with 15. She'll go back to the charity stripe as Anna Lee Little, the senior out of Starkville, Mississippi, transfer from Arkansas Tech, checks in for Gooden Rogers. I believe that foul's going to go on Turner. That'll be her second. Can't get the free throw to go. The lead stays at 26. It's 59-33. here in Jackson, Tennessee at the Fred DeLay Gymnasium. Tip stolen away by Perkins. And she'll wisely bring it back out. Shumpert set things up for Union. Again, looking to go inside to Lytle. They find her. Great stand-up defense right there from Hall.
It's a nice dish by Perkins, but great defense by the Lady Panthers.
Now it's Holloway's turn. Gives it up to Mandeldove. Up and underneath. Didn't put enough English on it to get it to spin off the boards. Little will take a long three. Got it to go. Union now looking to extend their lead to 30. It's at 29. And the three-point shooting just continues as Union shooting a whopping 47% in this contest from outside. $10 on the shot clock for Holloway. The freshman working on the senior. And the freshman wins the battle. Naomi Holloway getting to the cup, and when she gets into the lane, she's a great finisher.
She is, Alex, and a great move there. That's a combination of strength and athleticism there. Powering past Shumpert for the layup.
Shumpert again with the response. Going back to the free throw line. Basically saying to Holloway, anything you can do, I can do better.
Shumpert with a nice finesse move there, getting to the basket. I mean, you could tell from watching her that she's one of the better players in all of Division II.
She's very poised, very mature, very confident in her abilities. Shumpert makes it a 30-point ball game. We've reached the 5-minute mark in this third quarter. Union leads 65-35. Get the ball back to Holloway, who's been their source of offense. Inside to Hall, can't get it to go. And reaches with the rebound. Clark Atlanta is just a couple of bounces off the rim from this being actually within 20. Reaches. Goes a little bit cold from outside.
Well, I'll tell you, Clark Atlanta wants to get back in this game. They've got to secure defensive rebound and hold Union to one and done.
And that foul's going to be called on Turner. I also think, too, Logan, they really need to speed things up. This is a team that likes to get out in transition.
They do.
We will take a quick media timeout. We'll be right back as Union leading this one by a very large margin, 65-35, as we will take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back here momentarily with more Division II basketball.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
And we welcome you back to the Fred DeLay Gymnasium here at the campus of Union University here in Jackson, Tennessee for the South Regional Tournament and the NCAA Division II Women's National Tournament. The opening round, the round of 64, Union looking to punch their ticket into the round of 32. And they've got a pretty convincing case here in this third quarter.
Yeah, up 17-9 in this quarter are the Lady Bulldogs, shooting 59% from the field, 7 of 9 to open up the quarter. And Chloe, not a whole lot of positives happening for the Lady Panthers right now, but what did Coach Moore have to say to her girls in that huddle?
Logan, thanks. The coach said that the girls have to keep going to the ball and just keep pushing. She believes in them. They can do it. They just have to keep pushing and keep focused.
There you have it, as, again, just not a lot going right now for the Lady Panthers, but Got to stay positive.
Well, but something's going the right way for the Lady Bulldogs as Gaines finishes with the foul. But let's also take a look at this. Yolanda Moore, her first season here at Clark Atlanta. And if anyone has the back of these Lady Panthers, if anyone believes in them, it's their head coach. And they've been through a lot this season. They have surprised, dare say, everyone. No one expected Clark Atlanta to be in this situation. They won their tournament. They're here. And this is a good unit, a great team, but they're just running in to the wrong giant at the wrong time.
Yeah, the Lady Panthers, a great season this year. I mean, to win the conference tournament, despite having only 9 healthy players for much of the second half of the season, I mean, it's impressive. They were picked 5th of 6 teams in the SIAC East Division in the preseason poll. Here they are, conference champions. And again, Beard with a walk there, but I mean, Yolanda Moore, she's a young coach too. This is only her 4th season in general. She spent 1 season at a JUCO school, LSU Eunice, and then 2 years at Southeastern Louisiana. And again, she has the resume for sure. 2-time WNBA champion, played for the Houston Comets, and she knows what it takes to win.
She's got the basketball experience, that is for sure. As Mandeldove is going to draw the foul on Bria Gaines, and they'll call that one on the floor. So the Lady Panthers will inbound from their own baseline. Get inside to McCollum. And the shooting woes just continue for the Lady Panthers. I mean, you take a look at it. As a team, just from, well, overall, shooting 12 of 42. 12 of 43, excuse me. 28%, but 4 of 16 from outside. You just think maybe get 3 or 4 of those shots to fall down. Not only is it a slimmer margin, but it's also a shift in momentum.
Right, and you know, they just haven't had, I mean, they've had good looks. It's just, I mean, unable to knock them down. And Union's defense, I mean, also they've been swarming them all night. I mean, look at it, 7 blocks for the Lady Bulldogs, 4 steals. They've created 8 turnovers.
Gaines backing down again, can't get it to go. Tell you what, Courtney Hall's done a great job defensively down low in the post.
She has. Bria Gaines came into this game, as I mentioned before, she's made 17 of her last 20 shots, but down low, not giving in, not backing down from Bria Gaines.
Reaches, passes up the 3. It's Perkins. Tipped away, stolen by Hall. Coming the other way is Mandeldove. Trying to get it inside the Hall, but it's stolen away by Little. Really a great opportunity at a good look down low, but Hall just unable to corral the ball. Inside again to Gaines, one-on-one, spinning off the glass too much. Here comes Mandeldove in transition, hesitation, and she'll go to the charity stripe. Marissa Mandeldove, so good with that little hesitation. We've seen it several times in this game, and it's proved to work for her time and time again.
Yeah, getting to the line again. This will be her, well, actually only her 2nd trip to the foul line, but either way, Mandeldove has done a great job tonight. You tell the senior not wanting to end her career like this, doing everything she can to try to at least give Clark Atlanta some life here.
Shumpert and Lytle check back in for the Lady Bulldogs. So the 5 on the floor for Union, it's Shumpert, Reaches, Lytle, Little, and Beard. And for Clark Atlanta, it's Mandeldove, McCollum, Hall, Moore, and Holloway. Mandeldove knocks in the free throw. Shumpert coming the other way to set it up. Tipped out of bounds by Mandeldove. Coach Campbell not just coaching up his own team, but also the fans.
That's incredible. Telling a fan in the front row he's got to have quicker reflexes than that.
He's got a point. He's got a point. If the ball came to us over here, I'd expect he'd say the same thing. Tipped out of bounds again. Union retains possession. 17 on the shot clock. Checking into the first time for Union, it's the freshman, Avery Carpenter from Lakeland, Florida. Started this season, I believe, starting the first couple of games for Coach Campbell's club, and now turned into a role player off the bench.
Yeah, Carpenter, as the season has gone on, she's seen her minutes go down. Go ahead.
No, that's you. That's you.
All right. But Carpenter, she's shown flashes of potential for the Lady Bulldogs this season. Can be a good three-point shooter, loves that corner. Played at a great program in Florida. So I think as the years go along, I think Union fans can expect to see Avery Carpenter develop into a great player.
It's going to send Schumpert to the line as Mandeldove picks up her 3rd personal foul. Team's 5th. Schumpert knocks both of them down. And that will give her 20. Union now going to the 2-3 zone. Going to try to pack it in. McCollum can't get it to go outside. Regis grabs the rebound. And Schumpert will bring it up the court. It's a 70-36 lead as we wind down the last minute and a half of this 3rd period. Crossover, kick to Regis in the corner. Tiffany Regis, a 3-point shooting clinic this afternoon in Jackson. That is her 5th 3-point basket of this contest, giving her 17 total.
And what a find by Schumpert there as well.
Another 3-point basket, not going the Lady Panthers' way. They get it outside to Carpenter, thought about it, she'll drive. Regis dials up another one. She is feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. Tiffany Regis, remember that name, 3-point specialist from Martin, Tennessee. It's now a 40-point lead. Mandeldove just off the mark, Regis with the rebound. Here comes Schumpert. They get it ahead to Lytle, a little too much. Lytle unable to get it to go, unable to find the basketball.
Yeah, the Hail Mary attempt there by Schumpert. A little too much on it. I believe hit one of our cameramen right in the hip there. So in one case, that was a bullseye.
Yeah. He had good hands though. Able to withstand the hit and keep the camera shot. Turnover coming the other way. Schumpert receiving heavy pressure from Moore. Six on the shot clock. Schumpert, got to do something with it. She'll throw it up. Just off the mark. And that'll do it for quarter number 3. Union extends its margin to a 40-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we return, we will have quarter number 4 of Clark Atlanta University and Union University. Stay with us.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too.
And we bring you back here for quarter number 4 between Clark Atlanta and Union University in the nightcap, as it's game 3 of the South Regional Tournament. We'll take it now to our sideline reporter, Daniel Potts, as Daniel, Union now up 40. Really nothing more to be said.
Well, at this point, Coach Campbell just told them to play within themselves. Play this last quarter slow, play it methodical, finish the game strong.
And Coach Campbell expecting to do just that, as great analysis from all of our sideline reporters, as that was Daniel Potts reporting on the Union Lady Bulldogs this afternoon. And really, it just boils down to what he said as Turner dials up a 3. At this point, you're really just playing to finish out the game, play smart, try not to get anybody hurt. In transition, it's Holloway.
Looked like she might have gotten away with the travel there.
She got the generous NBA call. Stepping into the lane, and she'll go to the free throw line. But now as you finish this game on the flip side for Clark Atlanta, Logan, you're on the road. This is how, more than likely, unless a miracle happens, this is how you're going to end your season. What do you take away from a game like this, and how do you push forward in the final minutes of this contest?
Well, a game like this leaves a bitter taste in your mouth if you're Clark Atlanta. And, of course, you look at the pieces they lose. They lose Lauren Turner, they lose Mandel Dove, they lose Johnson. But ultimately, this is a team with a lot of their core returning for next year. So you use this in the offseason and really just use it to motivate you for next year. And Clark Atlanta, they've shown flashes of potential. They really have. They are a good team. But ultimately, just, you know, the atmosphere, the situation, I guess just too much for them tonight.
It's going to be a foul called on Lytle. There are some extracurriculars going down low in the post. She'll pick up her 3rd personal. And Gaines will check in for her.
But for Clark Atlanta, Alex, I mean, this could very well be the last 9 minutes of the season for them. For the seniors, maybe the last time they step on a basketball court as a member of the team. And so it's just a matter of playing as hard as you can for these last 9 minutes, and who knows.
Union trying to get it inside to Gaines, and they'll get Courtney Hall, sophomore from Tampa, Florida, on the foul. I believe that'll be her 3rd personal as well. Team first of the quarter. But just after seeing the reactions from these players, not just in this game, but in all the games today, you realize just how important every single moment of this tournament really is. And for these Clark Atlanta Lady Panthers, for the seniors, you cherish these last few minutes, and you really try to prove to yourself and really just go out on the best note that you possibly can. Because in reality, I mean, you can only go up from here. You got to the NCAA tournament. You've seen it. For these young players, they can now look at this and learn from it. They can build on it like you were talking about. And also, I believe, too, the Lady Panthers made a statement in the SIAC conference by coming from behind, winning it unexpectedly. This is going to be a team next year that a lot of people in that specific conference, that a lot of teams are going to have to look out for. $10 on the shot clock. They get it to McCollum. Still cannot get a three-point basket to go. They have not hit a three-point shot this half, going 0 of 6.
Tiffany Regis, again, I've been impressed by her performance tonight. Just a great job, not only shooting the ball, but on the glass as well. Give her 9 rebounds.
The miss from Turner coming the other way now with Perkins. Slowing it up. The lead now to 32.
And give Tiffany Regis a double-double, her first of the season.
Nice pass inside to Gaines. And right off the cylinder. Just wasn't meant to be.
The iron was not kind to Bria Gaines there.
Inside to Holloway. And gets the jumper to fall. Naomi Holloway in this game now with 13. She shares the tie with Mandeldove, also at 13.
That was their first field goal since all the way back with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Carpenter hits a 3 from straight away. And everyone getting involved on the Lady Bulldogs side.
Yeah, everybody that has played tonight for the Lady Bulldogs have scored.
quick substitutions as Rihanna Miller and Anaya Moore checking into the game for the Lady Panthers. And you're hearing a standing ovation for Tiffany Reaches as she will check out of the game. And getting her first appearance in the game, the freshman from Gadsden, Tennessee, Ellie Pratt.
Yeah, Pratt, the freshman, two-sporter in high school, played basketball and volleyball. And this season making her 18th appearance.
Gaines scores with ease. Give Bria Gaines 7. And a straightaway 3 from Rihanna Miller. The first 3-point field goal in this half. A great shot right there, but coming just a little bit too late, as it is a 42-point lead for Union. Gaines can't get it to go again, and she was definitely over the back. That'll be a foul. And that will send, I believe, Courtney Hall to the free throw line as Union is over the foul bonus.
And Gaines from the field, she's having a rough go of it, 3 of 10. But she does have 6 boards, a couple of blocks, and a steal, so Gaines has had a productive afternoon.
Hall's free throw goes long as Gooden Rogers comes in for Gaines. Courtney Hall in the last game in the SIAC championship, 12 points, 8 rebounds. A sophomore, again, a bright future, as she will return next year for Coach Yolanda Moore. 6 minutes away from the end of this contest. Another contest I want to preview. Again, we haven't set the matchup for the semifinal yet tomorrow, but one that is already set. 2 upsets in this game, if you want to call them upsets. The 6 seed Lee and the 7 seed Valdosta State. That's going to be entertaining, and then a little bit more tomorrow, as that will tip off at 5 o'clock, I believe.
Absolutely, and yeah, 2 upsets. You said it. Lee and Valdosta, by all means, were not even supposed to be in the semifinal game, but here they are. 2 Gulf South Conference teams that have had great seasons, but their season ended a bit short in the Gulf South Conference tournament. So either way, a chance to go to the South Region Championship.
Beard leaves it a bit long, and Little corrals the offensive rebound. Holloway with it, going to Miller in transition. Stutter step, off the glass, too long. Now it's Holloway, she'll flip it back up, too long again. And Rogers with the rebound. And an offensive foul called. Union not happy.
I'm not sure what Gooden Rogers did wrong there, but
actually leaned in a little bit too much with the arm. Hard to see from where we're sitting, but we'll give the Lady Panthers the benefit of the doubt. Holloway's going to take a long 3. Offensive rebound, though, as Miller has it. Holloway working on Pratt. Gives it up to McCollum. Inside to Lee, and a nice post move, a great seal right there from Janae Lee. And Lee in this game with 6 points. Perkins to Gooden Rogers. She'll drive on Lee, she's fouled. And she will go to the charity stripe. I believe we will take a quick media timeout. When we return, we will wrap up this contest. Game number 3 of the South Regional Tournament. Union leading 83-43. We'll be right back after this.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Reminder, one more game tonight, 7:30 tip-off. We'll have your pregame at 7:20. It's Eckerd versus Embry-Riddle. Logan will have the play-by-play, I'll have the color. And we hope you'll tune in here for more NCAA Division II Women's South Regional action. And what has been, Logan, I mean, we couldn't, it's just March in general, but it has been such an entertaining day.
Absolutely. I mean, two great games, and you know, here in this third game, I mean, Lady Bulldogs' performance has been beautiful to see. It really has. I mean, it's a team that is connected on both sides of the basketball, and honestly, Union will be a tough out in this NCAA tournament, but March, it's the best time of the year, no doubt.
Better than Christmas, some might say. That is if you are a diehard basketball fan. Gooden Rogers, 2 of 2 at the line. She's got 5 in the contest. Inside to Lee, she scores again. Janae Lee coming out of nowhere in this fourth quarter with a strong performance. She's got 7.
Had a nice job there, nice play design to get the ball down low.
Beautiful ball movement right there from Carpenter inside to Gooden Rogers. It just seems like this entire game that Union has just been one step ahead of Clark Atlanta. Anaya Moore's shot just a bit shy, and Perkins to set it up. Union really in no rush whatsoever. Carpenter driving. Up with the left hand, count it! And the freshman taking the big stage, taking the big moment, and capitalizing.
A nice move there by Carpenter too. I mean, off the dribble, and you see the potential. You see the potential that's there. She's going to be a great player for 4 years for the Lady Bulldogs.
She converts the three-point play. Give Avery Carpenter 6 points. 90-45. Holloway. And a blocking foul called on Gooden Rogers. Just a millisecond late getting to the spot. That's going to send Holloway back to the free throw line, where she has gone 4 of 7 this afternoon as a team. Clark Atlanta shooting 50%, 8 of 16. Which, surprisingly, is the same percentage that Union is shooting from beyond the arc. Also checking into the game for the first time for the Union Lady Bulldogs, another freshman from Lexington, Tennessee, Briley Bromley. Now, we've seen the combination of Carpenter, Pratt, and Bromley only just a few times. As we take a look on the stat sheet, as all 3 of the freshmen have only played in minimal games this season. So Coach Campbell diving into his bench, looking to get his young players some experience.
And now, going to get a look at Emily Beard at the point guard position.
And Bromley travels. I'll turn it back over to the Lady Panthers. Shifting gears a little bit to that Lee-Valdosta State matchup. One thing that I'm really interested in seeing, and I think the matchup of the game will be Carrie Cheeks versus Maddie Mitchell. Mitchell today, an impressive performance, but she's going to have a little bit more competition down low in Carrie Cheeks.
And really, it is that post battle. I mean, not just Mitchell and Cheeks, but also Brown, who had a great game today. against Kenya Simone Dixon. Simone Dixon, a bit of an off night for her, got into some foul trouble early, never really got into the rhythm of the game, but I mean, tomorrow should be a very fun day of basketball indeed.
Reminder, games will start at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Pre-game starting at 4:50. It'll be Philip Tang and myself taking on the first semifinal matchup as Carpenter scoops it up and in. And then Logan Whaley and myself calling the second semifinal at 7:30. It'd be fun if we could just do this every single day out of the year, right?
Oh, yeah.
We just need March to happen all year round. We need 12 months of March.
I would be fine with that.
Lee unable to get it to go. Beard coming the other way in transition. Up ahead to Bromley. Beard will swing it over to Carpenter. And she'll travel. So turnover starting to pile up as Union commits their 11th turnover in the game. Both teams doing a decent job of taking care of the ball. Clark Atlanta only turning it over 14 times, which is well below their average. But it's just pinpointed down to shooting for the Lady Panthers. Turner off the mark. 1:25 left to go in game number 3 of the South Regional Tournament. Pratt looking to drive. Moore playing tight defense. And it's tipped away by Holloway.
Good hustle and good defense by the Lady Panthers there, not giving up.
Which is exactly what you want to see in a situation like this. 94-47, the game has long been over since this quarter started. There's a lot of fight in this Clark Atlanta group. Give credit to Coach Moore. And we are just under 1 minute left to go in this contest. And McCollum buries the 3. Reminder that in just a few short seconds, Logan will have a post-game interview with the winning coach of tonight's contest. And then we will wrap things up and get you ready for the 7:30 game. Pratt can't get it to go from outside. Holloway in transition to McCollum. She'll try another 3. Left it well short. Union to inbound with Beard. At this point, they should have more than plenty of time just to dribble out the clock. Clark Atlanta still pressuring the basketball. And there's going to be a foul called. That will send Ellie Pratt to the free throw line. And Logan, she's only shot 2 free throws this entire season.
That's right, and
she's not going to get a free throw.
No,
foul. We
not
were
yet.
1 foul away.
Not yet.
So that's on me. I'll take the credit for it. I'll take the hit for that.
Pratt's only 2 free throws came against Delta State in the Gulf South Conference quarterfinal back in February.
Carpenter out to Bromley. And Wisely not taking the shot. And that will end things. Your final in the quarterfinal matchup between Union and Clark Atlanta, 94-50. You take a look at the scoring, and it was just all Lady Bulldogs, and really the Tiffany Reaches show. 6 of 8 from downtown, 10 rebounds. She led the way with 20 points. Also, Chelsea Shumpert, the Gulf South Conference Player of the Year, also with 20 points as well. Leading the way for Clark Atlanta, it was Marissa Mandeldove with 13 and Naomi Holloway with 15. And so at this time, we will take it down to the floor as Logan Whaley has a quick interview with the winning coach, Coach Martin Campbell. Logan.
All right, well, Coach Campbell, great win by your Lady Bulldogs tonight. All around, it was a dominating performance on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. What do you have to say about the effort that your ladies showed tonight?
I just thought it was very well-rounded. I thought we did a really good job of blocking out. They're a very good offensive rebounding team. They're a little bit more athletic than what we usually play against, and so I thought we did a really good job of playing good team defense. We obviously shot the ball really well.
Yeah, and offensively, 94 points. Tiffany Regis had a great game, double-double with 20 points and 10 rebounds. Talk about the juniors play today.
I don't remember a time she had 10 rebounds. She was really, really physical today, and obviously we know she's a good shooter, but the physical part in the addition to the shooting really got us going early.
All right, well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the win. There you have it. There's Coach Mark Campbell, and this time I'm going to send it back to the desk. Alex and I will wrap things up, get you prepared for Embry-Riddle and Eckerd. 94-50 the final. Lady Bulldogs with a victory over Clark Atlanta.
All right, thank you, Logan. And again, just to break down these stats once again, really, ladies and gentlemen, it was the third quarter, as Logan's going to join me back here at the desk. Logan, we take a look at this game, and you heard Coach Campbell talk right about it, as defense was really the biggest key, and it all started really just getting things going in the first half and then really capitalizing as Union outscored Clark Atlanta 28-10 in that third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter really just showed how well the Lady Bulldogs had played tonight. And coming out of the locker room, it would have been easy to be complacent, be content with a 22-point lead, but the Lady Bulldogs, they just added on to the lead, and they played extremely well. Shot, I believe, 56% from the field tonight, held Clark Atlanta to 27% from the field. And honestly, Alex, I mean, you look at the rebounding matchup as well. Union won that 42-28. So all around, offensively, defensively, as well as the hustle plays, Union just absolutely dominating performance tonight. And honestly, it was a great job by the Lady Bulldogs.
And Clark Atlanta, a valiant contender in this tournament. A lot of things to look forward to as they move forward.
Yeah, Clark Atlanta, yes, it wasn't the greatest outing by them tonight, but, I mean, they weren't even supposed to be here. They were picked 5th of 6 teams in the East Division of their conference, won the conference championship, and now playing here tonight. I mean, this is a huge step forward for their program. Yolanda Moore taking things in the right direction. Clark Atlanta, hey, potential to be in the South Region tournament for many years to come.
And so with that, it's Union taking the big victory. They will move on to the semifinals of the South Regional Tournament. Well, we're going to take a break in the action. We'll take an extended break. Logan and I will be back with the final game of the night. Pre-game is going to be at 7:20, tip-off at 7:30. Logan's going to have the play-by-play. It'll be Eckerd versus Embry-Riddle. So stay with us, and we will be right back here in a few short moments with NCAA Division II women's basketball here at the South Regional in Jackson, Tennessee. We'll see you at 7:20.